Your memo and release yesterday on Jeffrey Epstein,
Yes.
it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there was a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the night of the staff?
Yeah, sure. If
Hey, Pam, could I just interrupt for
Sure.
1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration, but you go ahead.
Sure. First, to back up on that, and
Well, Mr. President, it's not that we're interested in Jeffrey Epstein. We are interested in knowing how he was able to supposedly traffic human beings, especially minors. He was being accused of trafficking minors. So I think that is important for people to know how he was able to do this for years. And apparently, he is involved with very important people. So I cannot talk about other people, but myself, I am very interested in finding out how he was able to pull this off for years if he was doing this kind of stuff. To me, it's a bit off, Mr. President, that you're questioning the question about Jeffrey Epstein. I think you misjudge that comment right there.
in February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an agent, I have no knowledge about that. We can get back to you on that. And the minute missing from the video, we released the video showing definitively the video was not conclusive, but the evidence prior to it was showing he committed suicide. And what was on that, there was a minute that was off the counter. And what we learned from Bureau of Prisons was every year, every night, they redo that video. It's old, from like 1999. So every night the video is reset, and every night should have the same minute missing. So we're looking for that video to release that as well, showing that a minute is missing every night. And that's it on Epstein.
Miss Pam Bundy, I pretty much don't believe a word you are saying. You don't sound convincing, and you having to clarify your own comments, I think is not good. I think you look, in my point of view, very suspicious on your comments. You look kind of nervous in my point of view. Anyways, let me explain to you how I see and understand this. When a human being is under your custody, you are responsible for whatever happened to that person. So if that person dies under your custody, you will have to convince people or show proof or evidence that that person decided to end his life. But in my point of view, I think either you, someone in that jail, Jeffrey Epstein, or from inside the jail, it was allowed for him to be killed. That's my personal opinion, because there's nothing that you have showed or said that convinced at least me and apparently millions of people that he killed himself. This looks very suspicious. And your comments about the only thing is that you find a child, him washing that stuff. No. What about the trafficking? You didn't mention anything about that. So, Miss Pam Bundy, again, my personal opinion, I don't think you are the right person for this job. That is my personal opinion. I think probably you can consider resign and putting someone else in there that can communicate more clearly the facts about this case. That video that she mentions about jail, I was taking a look at it and I saw something very interesting. Let's watch. Okay, this is a small part of the long video and I noticed something kind of weird. Let's watch. Okay, I see people moving, probably guards. There's a person walking in orange. And there's a guy coming in orange right there. He's standing right by the stairs. And wow, look, he disappeared. And the clock's still ticking and there's people moving in the background. What happened to the person? Oh, he come right back. Wow. You know what? My editing skills from 1 to 10 are probably 1 or 2. I'm horrible at this, as you can see from my videos. But it took me probably 5 to 7 minutes to disappear this person from the video. If you give me probably 2-4 hours, I can do a lot of nice things with this video to disappear people, to do different things. So Miss Pam Bundy, you putting out this video to try to convince people that, hey, look, there's nothing to see here. I think it was a very, very bad choice. Not convincing at all. Actually, this video to me raises more questions than anything. So that is my opinion. See you in the next video.